Christine Bertram coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. It's Thursday, the 27th of August, and we have a September class showcase coming your way, and it's going to be, what's the opposite of a doozy? Doozy's like bad, but this is the opposite of a doozy. It's great because there's so much stuff, but it might be overwhelming. That's what I'm getting at. So there's going to be a lot, because not only do we have a lot coming up for what Kelly and I are offering, but we have a lot of other demonstrators that are my team that brought their stuff over for me to show off. And there's just a lot because it's the start of a new catalog next month. And there's a lot for pre-registrations that we have that we're trying to make good guesstimates for October. So it's just going to be a good one. But definitely sit back, relax, and get a pen and paper out so that you can take some good notes. Hello, Mary Carls from Jericho. Mom says hello. She's here.
Oh, we're going to see her tomorrow night.
She says she is looking forward to seeing you tomorrow night. So wonderful. And there's Doris Munson. Hi, Vanessa Ritter. And we have Chris Robinson. Hi, Feline Mays. And there's Sherry Everett and Kari Dwyer. Hi, Kimberly Snow. Margene Eskilson's with us. Hi, Susan Bellamy. And there's Jay Shante. Yay. And we have Pat Smothers. Hi, Mary Novak. Mary Novak, I did try calling you yesterday or the day before, and I got your voicemail. So we got to connect at some point. Hi, Pat Settle. Hi, Karen Wetstein. And we have Laura Sullivan. Hello, Linda Hindy. Sue Deppis is here. Hi, Lori Baxter. Hi, Donna Grushke. Hi, Joy Moody. Joy Moody says, hi, Mom.
Hi.
She says, hi back. Hi, Jean Terwilliger. And there's Sherry Ott. Mary Carls says, so am I. Hi, Debbie Gass. And there's Kathy Booker. So, yay, I've got a bunch of everybody rolling in already. We are going to start in a little bit, but we'll give everybody just a few more minutes, because normally I'm not as punctual as I am. Normally I'm not on until about 5 minutes after, or even 7 after, but I was a little bit more punctual today, so that's good. I've got another commitment at 5 o'clock, so it's one thing to the next today, like every day it seems. So hopefully everybody's doing good. If you didn't catch Kelly this morning, she did the paper pumpkin class. It's featuring the... Which is it? Is it the Hooray? What? Oh, it's Kindred Greetings. Is it Kindred Greetings? Yes. Next month's Paper Pumpkin for... Let me think about this, because I could be wrong. I don't stay on top of the Paper Pumpkins like I should, and the names are starting to confuse me. I know Aspens for Gratitude is September's. Kindred Greetings must be August. And Hooray for Birthdays was July. Right? Okay, and the reason I'm off, I can't keep it in my head, is because Kelly just did the alternative class last week, which was July's pumpkin, and then today she did August pumpkin, but then last night I scheduled and did some work with September's pumpkin. So it was like the names were getting confused in my head. I just knew the Aspens one is for fall, which is coming up in September, so that's good. All right, so you didn't catch her doing the class. She made the 3 cards, one each of the 3 designs for the class that's coming up next month. And then if you missed her class, she did the alternative class last week. And you guys, she has 1 left, and I'll show that towards the end of class. We're looking for a home for this lonely little soldier here that we have the July Paper Pumpkin 1 left. So, yeah. But I worked a lot last night. I started probably around 6, and I worked till I went to bed, and I worked on the sweet shares, and I got that stuff all figured out and published. I got the product, so the sweet shares and the product shares done, so that's great. And then the other thing I did was work on creating the registration form for today, so it was ready today. And so in the process of that, I got all the YouTube videos created for the month of September, which is great. And then I got all of the events created on my website. I did not get the Facebook events done, and I didn't get all my emails scheduled for all the classes, but I got a lot of stuff done. And I even worked ahead into October, because some of the things that I put on the registration form are pre-registration things that are happening in October. So it was a lot. So Kimberly said that so Julie's sitting in the dentist chair, and she'll catch the replay. Julie, I am sorry you have to sit in the dentist chair. Hopefully it's not for anything too major. Maybe a good cleaning. All right, those are always nice. Hello, Donna from Washington. And hi, Julie Block. Hi, Holly Paplow. And there is Susan Devine with us as well. Hi, Mimi. And Karen Wetstein says, hello, Annette and Janet. And Gloria, if she's here, but Gloria is not here. Gloria was here yesterday.
Karen.
They're yelling hi. Gloria was here yesterday and the day prior. So today's her day off and tomorrow's her day off. So she usually comes about twice a week, which I put her to work the last couple days. Hi, Laura Sullivan. You're excited to see what we have in store for you. Wonderful. Hi, Gail from Florida. And I'm just seeing if I missed anybody else that snuck in here. And there's Kathleen Anderson. And then I didn't say hi to Julie Bontranger. I did acknowledge that she's in the dentist chair, but hopefully she's okay. Oh, okay. All right. So that's great. Yeah, it felt really good. I worked too late last night. I didn't go to bed as early as I had wanted to, but I got all the things on my list done that I wanted to get done prior to today. So I need to find lots of big pockets of time to work on things. I can't just sit at the computer for a half hour because I never get anything done. I'm a squirrel because I'm usually just sending somebody a PDF tutorial or replying to an email. And so I get in half-hour pockets of time I can do correspondence. But to work on strategic things like product shares, suite shares, DSP sampler information, all that needs to be big windows of time. So we got that yesterday. Hi, Elaine Peranio. And I can't wait to see the September crafts, but your wallet might cry. I might agree with you. Maybe it's just a little bit. Hubby was talking. Did you say September registration is up and ready? It is, Mimi. Yes. And I do want you guys to be patient while I go through it. Like, you can go and do it. I have 2 people that found it already today, and they've already submitted their form. So I know it's working. I know last month I had a hiccup. It rerouted people within the form to a different section. And so I fixed that. I figured out that was the issue and I got it figured out. So I have 2 people that already filled out the registration form. And I'm going to show everybody how to find it. So especially if you're newer to me or this might be one of your first times watching me, you have no idea what you're in for or what's happening. Because the thing that people will say when they first start hanging out with me or my community is that it's overwhelming. And I get that without fail. And I know that. But the thing is, it's a good kind of an overwhelming because we don't just offer 1 class or 2 classes or 3 classes or 4 classes or 5 classes or 6 classes or 7 classes or 8 classes or 9 classes or 10. There's a lot. And so I get it. So, but because of us offering so many classes, you get to pick and choose which ones you want. And I do have people that do all of them. I have at least a dozen people that do almost every single class every month. And that is amazing. They are amazing to support me that. And sometimes I have a person that only takes 1 class a month, which is still amazing. And I am grateful for everybody who takes classes with me or takes classes with people on my team, right? Because that's helping my team grow too. So I have a huge showcase this month, and it's huge because there's a catalog that's launching next month. We have an escape upon us, which is my autumn creative escape, and then we also got the Palooza on the pre-registration, and we've got 7 cards to show you for that. We've got a card benefit coming up in October. There's a lot of things. And Kelly's on the final stretch. So I'm going to have my first team member. She's close. She's at 4,500 points from getting, I should say, earning, working hard to earn the incentive trip, which not many people do that. It's a very small percentage. And she'll get it because we just worked on what are some of the extra classes that she can put on the docket, and that she can work to prep that stuff next month, which is the last month that she can earn it. So we talked about that this morning, actually, and I put a section in there for 1, and actually there's 1 class, but I'm going to talk about it's a 2-part series class that she's going to be working with me on getting out, and that she'll get the credit for it, so it'll help her earn Costa Rica. So she'll get it next month. We're not worried, but we're not there yet. There's still, you might think, wow, 4,500 is a lot. And it is, especially if it is a lot. But I know with the right mix and with her paper pumpkin class that she has coming up, I don't think it'll be the 11th hour, the 11th minute of the 11th day. You know how that saying is. So she'll have it, and it won't be on the 31st of September. So hi, Connie Moore. Your budget just went out the window. Yeah, it might. So I'm not going to deny that. But you guys, that's where you guys have to make your decisions and choose which things you want. Okay. So I do want to welcome everybody to the showcase, and I'm located in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. For those that don't know that, it's just about 3 hours north of Chicago. It's about 1 hour and 10 minutes north of Milwaukee, depending on what part of Milwaukee. So if you are local to me and like to do in-person classes, we have an amazing studio over here where we can have 16 lovely ladies doing class or events with me at the same time. And then if you're not local to me, you can always do the to-go version, or if you're somebody that's traveling through the area, like Mary Novak came recently. She's from St. Louis, but she popped in a couple weeks ago and she decided to do porch pickup and stay for a class. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, so we do, to all of the classes that we offer are generally kitted up, and then you can get the kits to go. I do have a few classes on the docket where there aren't kits that we kit up here and send off. There are a couple that where you would use your own materials at home, and I'll talk about those as well. And then we also do kit classes. So you might have seen Kelly do the witch hat last week, and I'll show that to you guys so you can see what else we do. So, but there's a lot coming up. So with the start of a new catalog, Mary said it was awesome, and she got to bring her sister. I think I was like, it was such a fast, blurry, like hour and a half or 2 hours that you were with me, and I'm pretty certain she was your sister. So from Sun Prairie, that I remember. So, yeah. So, all right. So I'm gonna flip the camera down, and I'm gonna show you guys when you watch me do a live. I generally have this thing here, and that is my information, and there is my business name that I have on Facebook and YouTube. Debbie said, I just used your baby vacuum from the Palooza. It was great for under the glass mat. I love it. So the squirrel is fine. Like, that is exactly why you'd have the that little vacuum to pick up that kind of stuff. So you guys have my email address. I still get people emailing me. So for about 10 years, I used an MSN email address for absolutely everything in my life. And about a year ago, I had to stop that because it was overwhelming getting everything into one spot. So I do have this email address, and I do check this all the time. So you don't have to copy me on both my MSN and this one, because it just makes me do extra work by deleting it out of the other one. And so just know that my new email address, or my current email address, is Christine@cardsbycrispy.com. Here's my phone number. You guys, I do answer the phone. I'm not a robot. I promise that. If you call, if I don't answer, I'll call you back, or I'll check your message and text you back and just see what you need. If you need to place orders, you go to stampinup.com. If you select me as your demonstrator, I'm in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. My zip is there. If your orders are over $60, you can pick free classes from me that are kitted up, and you get card kits, and then you could craft along with me. And then I have my website here is cardsbychrisb.com. But then I also have another spot here where you can register for classes, and there's a QR code. So if you're ever not certain where to go, and I know that I'd have to say most of us are resistant to QR codes, but I'm getting better at it. If you just go to your camera and you hold your smartphone, it's got to be a smartphone, it can't just be a camera, it's your smartphone. It pulls up a little window at the bottom, and it asks you if you want to click on it, and you say yes, and it takes you into a registration form. So that's one way to find the registration form, is always through here. Now this opens up to a folder, which you saw that it opened up to a folder called class registration forms. Every month I put in the current month's form, and I take out last month's. So this morning I took out the August one, and I put in the September one once it was finalized. So I do know that there's maybe 2 people out there that have filled out the August form recently, and I'm going to work on getting a response to you on the classes you want. I might just tie them into the September form now. So, hi Mary Lemke. And, all right, so that's one way to get to it. Another way to find where this registration form is that you'd want to fill out for classes. So the registration form is there to help me be very organized. You guys, when there's over 100 people registering for classes in a month, it can be very overwhelming. And by having 97% of people fill out the class registration form, it really helps me stay super organized so that I don't miss things as easily. And I will say though, if you're not a Google Forms kind of person, or this really makes you anxious having to fill out this registration form, what I need for those people to do, and you guys know who you are, and it's okay that you do this, what I need for you to do is send me an email, or if you send me a messenger or a text, however you do it. Email is always my first way to send me a class list that you want, because I work in my computer when I reply to people, because I have about 6 spreadsheets open at the same time where I log all the registrations. So if you text me, then I have to copy it, paste it, and email it to myself, or I have to have my phone with me at the time that I'm doing it. But Messenger is a way I can get that from in my computer. So just know, if you're not a Google Forms kind of person and you're not going to take classes with me because of it, you guys are the ones that I need for you to send me the list. However you normally would send it, and I'm okay with that. It's easy to accommodate maybe 5 people that way versus 100 people that way. But for those that are looking for the registration form, there's a few more ways that you can find it. If you go to my website, which is cardsbycrispy.com, and you I have it as a little link on it's on my, I set it to be a tab on my home screen. Actually, I click on it, and so a couple ways. Today's date is the 27th, so you could go up to the event for today, which is what's coming up for the showcase, or what's coming up for September. Oh, I got to update that. So I will update that. I forgot to update that. But you would be able to click here, and then that would take you into it. Here's the August one, which is no longer active, right? So I got to get this little guy updated. I forgot about him. There's just a lot of things to think about, but I'll get that figured out. And then under the same website, though, if you go to resources, I did just update this. It says the September showcase is slated for today at 3. Click to watch it here, and then click the registration form here. So it says September. That's what you want to make sure you're seeing is September. So here's another way to get to it. We're also in YouTube right now. So when you're in YouTube and you click on by the title here, it says more. And right now it says that you can see more. That says right here, you sign up for classes with this form. So here's another way that you can get to the registration form for September. So I've got it kind of scattered about. I also have it in a couple more spots for you guys. Every YouTube that I have coming up for the rest of the month of September, it'll be in there. And then also in my events. So if you go to any of the events that I have coming up next month, so like the 10th, we have the September monthly class. There's always a paragraph in here that says check out the new registration form by clicking here, and then you can get into it. So all my events on my website also have it. So there's many, many ways to find it. And what we're going to do today is go through, and it told me I needed permission to see it. So that's interesting that that happened to you, Mimi, because that also happened to Faye, Avera, and I don't know why that it happened to her and why it happened for you, but it didn't happen for the other person who, let's see here. I don't know if it's going to let me, share. So normally there's a little thing that pops up. There might be some setting that's off slightly, but normally I can click on here, hit manage, oh, there it is, manage access. And yeah, I'm not seeing, because normally it sends me an email. Let's see here. So go to here. There's so many email addresses. So I would, here. So Faye, so I knew Faye needed to get in because I saw that, but I didn't see yours. So Mimi, then what you're going to have to do is click whatever it says to get access. And then I'll see it come through here and I'll try to give you access. Now, it shouldn't be like that. It generally isn't. And I know that there was one other person, I can't think of if it was Donna or somebody filled it out already, and they didn't ask for permission to get into it. So I don't know if it has to do with something with Google, with settings, but definitely click yes, you want permission to get in there, and I'll go and approve it, but it shouldn't be like that. So, hi, Judy Sharp. Okay, I'll try to watch for that while I'm live here, but otherwise once I get going in here, Mimi, then I'll have to catch it after the live is done. So what I want to do with you guys today is I'm going to walk through the registration form and show you everything that is available for you to get signed up for. So it says here that it's for September. Now, I have a lot coming up. We have the registration starts today, and mailing date, it says right here, is around Friday the 11th is when we're mailing. So if you guys fill out the registration form today, please don't expect a response back right away. I am going to be training someone on helping me with registrations over the weekend, and we're going to get her up and running and see how that goes. And hopefully that will make it a little bit more efficient and smoother for the next week and a half so that they are done by the 9th. But just please give me until the 9th. So if you haven't heard from me, doesn't mean I haven't gotten it. As long as you hit that submit button and you get an email back, it's set up that you get an email back as soon as you're done with it. As soon as you get that email, you know you got it. And I know people, I get it a lot, at least 10 people out of every month, they'll reach out to me, and it's before the day that I say I'm going to have them done by, and they'll ask me, did you get my registration? And I'll be like, no, I mean, yes, I got it, but no, I haven't filled it out yet, or I haven't done it yet. I just haven't gotten there yet. So what I like to do I like to get as many registrations in, like the bulk of them. Let's say out of 100, I try to get 70 to 75 of them in. And then what I do is I categorize them and I put like registrations together because I use templates in my responses to people. So what I might do is probably not even reply, unless I see that you've only signed up for one class or two class, I might try to get that done. But I've got my annual camping trip with Tyler and two of our friends this week. It's next week. I should say it's next week. We leave on Wednesday and we're gone through Labor Day. So I know that from that Wednesday or Tuesday-ish to Monday, I am not going to be working on stuff, and that leads us right up to the 9th. So that's why it's going to be really important for me to work with my person this weekend and get as much done between now and Tuesday as we can, but just also be patient until I can get to your response. So I'm going to do as best as I can. So Linda says, it happened to me too. I thought it might be because I was trying to sign in using an email that wasn't attached to my Google account. So Mary Lemke says, hi, Annette.
Hi, Mary.
And hi to Mom, too.
Yeah, did she know she's Grandma Mary now?
Yeah, she knows she's Grandma Mary now. Yes, we know. So my mom said, Mary, do you know that you're Grandma Mary now? But we know that everybody calls you Grandma Mary now. So Linda and to Mimi and anybody else, for whatever reason, if you do get that message that says that you need to request permission, please put yes. And I'll be watching for them. In the interim, too, once I'm done with my live, I'll try to go in and see if there's a setting out there to figure out why people might have to request that, because it shouldn't be that way. And it comes down to that it's as easy as a setting is what's going on. So, all right, so I'll flip this back down. And again, so that's the first. You guys, we just covered the first paragraph here, that I'll send confirmations by the 9th at the latest, right? So that doesn't mean I can't do it now, but just give me some time. And then, so you're going to put, and I'm going to fill this out with you because I have learned that if I don't fill this out, oh wait, let's try this one more time. I'm going to take a picture. I'm going to do like this. And then I'm going to go like that. Click on here. I think it's because I'm the owner of this and it's not letting me put my information in because I'm owning because I'm owning it. Okay, so let's go back to the YouTube. I need to log in with a different account because I created the form, it's not letting me. There we go. Let's switch to a different account. Let's go to this one. Okay, it's not letting me submit responses. Now it is. Okay, so I had to go into a different. I have a couple different ones. So put your email address in, and then it populated my name. Now, it would be great for you to spell it properly for me because I copy and paste that, and I use your name there to create your packing lists. And it's first name and last name, right? So you put your first name, and then you put your last name, and then you can put your phone number in, and then put your email for correspondence. So what happens is sometimes people have multiple email addresses. And so you might have a Google email, and you have a one that you use all the time. The one here is the one I'm going to use for correspondence with you. And the one up above doesn't really matter. And then put your address in here. It's great to put the entire address in. I know some people in the past have been putting same, and that doesn't help if my helper is working on your registration and you're from Alaska or Hawaii or California or Oregon, Washington, or like Maine to the extreme ends. If you are putting same, then she's going to have to look up your information. So it would be great for you to put your address here so that we have it when we're doing registrations. So 54935, right? And so put your Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Okay. Now, the first thing on the list is the Autumn Creative Escape. So I've been doing these escapes. We figured out that I've been doing these escapes since 2019. So that's about 8 years now. This will be the end of the 8th year, I think. And so it's an annual event that I do in the fall that focuses on the holiday mini catalog. And we did a lot. So Feline said she was able to access the form through the website. Perfect. And Jean said she clicked on the link and the website research and it worked. Okay, good. Thanks for confirming that stuff. And then Linda said she switched to her Gmail and it was fine. Okay, so it might be having to do something with the setting that you guys are using for your emails. So, But the thing is, if you don't have a Google email, then, or you're not logged in, then I don't want it to not work. So I'll have to figure that out still. So the Escape is a big event that I do. I offer it in person and I offer it to go. So if you want to come and be with us here in the Hive, it's September 18th, 19th, 20th, and the 17th, the Thursday, is when it starts. So it's 4 one-day events, and it's the same outline each day. Well, there's creative presentations, there's make and takes, mom makes. What's mom making for the Escape? Did we decide on lunch?
We didn't decide yet.
We didn't decide yet. Okay. I know it's not lasagna because we were talking
bars.
blueberry bars,
For sure.
Michigan
Because of
blueberries
Deanna
for the bars because Deanna Stella brought blueberries and we're working on those. And so we're not doing barbecue pulled pork because you did that the last time. And it's not going to be chicken salad because it's not the summer. So I don't know if we had figured out something with chicken though, I think, because it's homegrown chickens is what we have. So mom makes lunch. Mom and dad make lunch.
Chicken pot pie. I don't know.
She said maybe chicken pot pie, but mom and dad make lunch, and then they're so it's a good long wholesome day. And the thing is, if you're not in person with me, what happens is you're gonna get your box mailed to you, so you'll get all the same things. You just don't get the in-person camaraderie and the bonding and the friendships. But what happens is I try to make sure that the online community is not left in the dark. So you still have access to all the same content. All the displays, we photograph them. All the presentations are recorded so you can still watch them. There's live ones. So each day there'll be a live presentation, and then each day there will be a recorded presentation that's going to launch. We do the welcome on the front end. We do concluding on the back end. And throughout one day out of the event, I go through and I show people what's going on with people, what they're working on, the excitement. So, and on top of it too, I do a meet and greet via Zoom for anybody that wants to be a part of it to get to know people more. And then on the back end, I do, it'll be the last Friday in September, I will be doing a make and take day where there are 12 cards. So not just 9 plus the 3D project, not 10. I gave the ladies some choices. I said that they could either have 9 cards and a 3D project, or they could have 12 cards. And everybody hands down said, we want more cards, we want 12 cards. Now, for those people that like more than cards, the creative presentations are going to be more than just cards. There will be some cards, but with 8 creative presentations, we definitely have some 3D projects in there. So you're still going to get your fill with some 3D projects from the presentations. So Laura Sullivan, if you are watching right now, you just sent me a request for the August registration form, which I'm not going to approve because we are done with the August registration form at this point. We want September, okay? So I'm not going to approve it if you're seeing it. So I want to show you I can show you 11 of the 12 cards that we're making for the Escape. I cannot show you the 12th card because I kind of made a commitment that I can't show it quite yet. I have also been asked to be a creative presenter for an event called Connect and Create. Yeah, don't ask me why I say yes to all these things, but I am a creative presenter for Connect and Create. And that event is in later September. And I've been told I cannot show the cards yet. So one of the cards that I'm using for my event, which is later in September, everybody's going to get it in a kitted form and you're going to make it. I just don't want to show it off now because I don't want to get in trouble and scolded because I've already done things not proper and I have to redo things and I just fly by the seat of my pants usually. So I'm trying not to do that right now. So I'm going to show you 11 of the cards and I'm not going to show you the 12th, but just know there is a 12th. Let's call it the bonus card. Okay, so Pat Settle says cookies. Yes, what? So for those that are watching, Mom always asks me what kind of cookies to make and put in because we'll do cookies. I just don't like to have anything with chocolate because by the time I mail chocolate to anywhere warm, it's gooey, ooey all over. But I know in the past we've done cinnamon raisin, we've done molasses, we've done snickerdoodles, we've done peanut butter, we've done.
Do sugar.
Mom says sugar cookies, but sugar cookies to me are boring. Like, I want more flavor than that. So if anybody wants to put in requests for cookies for mailing out, the cookies aren't going to be for the in-person people. The cookies always go to the online community because it's another way to share my mom and my dad with you guys is that you get the home-baked cookies, okay? So, Mom, Mary Lemke says spritz.
She just had that.
She just had that. You got a whole bag of spritz cookies the last time you were here, Mary. So, all right. So, I have now this is the Escape. So with the Escape here, there's an official registration form. If you click that where it says here, it takes you into it. But just be aware, it took you out of the registration form. And if you go to here, to sign up for the escape, which it's another registration form, you have to finish that form and then just remember to go back into this. It's been every month it happens where somebody clicks on one of the links that I have and it takes you out of the registration form. You complete that registration form, but then you never finish back this registration form. So I do need you to fill out both if you haven't done it. But when you come down here, you can say, I already registered for it. Okay, I have 80 people who have already registered for it. So you do not need to re-register if you've already registered. Please don't re-register. I always get 10 people that do it twice, and then I have to delete one. And that's extra work for me too. So you can put you still need to register for it, or not planning to attend, or you want to get the PDF only. Okay, but let's show you the cards. Okay, I got a vote for Mary Lemke's been vetoed, and Kari Dwyer says oatmeal raisin. So the ladies love the oatmeal raisin. I will also say for the escape cards, what I've done since the very beginning of time, since 2019, is what I call double dipping. I use these cards elsewhere in the business. Not all in the same class. I'll pick a card and I'll put it in this class, or I'll pick a card and I'll put it in this one. That's how we're strategic with our time. I will say for the first time ever, I created all these with Diane Bogenhagen and Kelly Lamb. We've created 12 cards, and only about 5 of them are going to be featured in other classes, and the other ones are not. So there's a lot of cards that are just going to be exclusive to the escape. Okay, so that might help you make a decision too. All right, so this one is going to be a double dip. So there's a few here in the front end that are double dippers. And so because we wanted to feature the sunflower paper, our goal is to always feature as much ribbon, gems, and designer series paper as possible. With the escape, it costs $130, or if you're on my team and grandfathered in as a Be Happy stamper, you are at $120. And it includes a $50 goodie bag. So you get the designer paper, you get gems, you get ribbon. It's really cool. You get that, and then you'll get attendance gifts. Now, I think the attendance gift that we have for this one, I'll tell you, is it's about this big. It's a magnifier with a light for reading, okay, or crafting. Yep. I know, Laura. I said, I don't know if you heard me say it. Laura, you tried to register for I have it right here. You tried to register for the August registration form, and I'm not approving it because we are not in August right now. We're in September. So you want to make sure you're going to get to the September one. Mary said the cookies are for those who gets kits mailed. That is so true.
I can maybe make some.
Donna said that she loves Mom's cookies. Mary Carl says, sure tell Janet that I need peanut butter cookies for Saturday morning. Oh, Mary Carl, she laughed. Okay, so this is one that we are double dipping on. This is part of the Sunflower Fields class that's coming up in September, but it's also part of the escape. Now, when we designed all of these cards, just know that we designed them heavily intensive on not having focal images, but using a lot of sentiments. So all these cards are using new product out of the September through December catalog or the new online exclusives, but you don't need to have all these stamp sets. I always say, buy what you love, use what you have, and you should have lots of sentiments, hopefully, at this point. And if you don't, maybe you get some sentiment stamps. But this is one that features the Sunflower Fields. And Mary Carl says she's kidding. Mom knew that. She laughed like she knew you were kidding. So this one's featuring painted patch. So you need some sort of a background stamp and then a thank you. This one, Kelly and I are so excited about this one. It's our back card. So this one is only exclusive. It's exclusive to the escape. And it's so cute. We got Boo to You. So you stamp right on here and it's spooky. So we've got Boo to You and Happy Halloween. So that's exclusive to this event. This one's going to be exclusive to this event. We might re-engineer this card to make it into a class card, but we've got the Snowflake is for the escape. This one is going to be a class card eventually down the road, and I think it's slated for November. So, but we've got 'Tis the Season, where all you need is a sentiment. And then we've got the Christmas Mice, and then this one is slated for a class. And you just need a sentiment here, and you'll use your designer paper for those. And then this fall one, you have 2 options for this. If you don't have, so this is one that has stamping, and if you don't have the Elegant Leaves stamp set, which is where these leaves come from, so I use the stamp sets. You'll get your die cuts already the way they are, but if you don't have the stamps, you could do what Kelly did. So when Kelly made this, she did our rumple up technique, where you take the paper and you manhandle it, I guess, and you put creases in it and fold it, and you make like worn up leaves here. So again, another way to recreate it if you don't have the stamp. So that is featuring Elegant Leaves, and that one is a class card. So that's, I think, it for class cards. Now, this one is not a class card, so it's exclusive to the Escape. It features a stitched season. We have the Violet Dream, so this is exclusive to the Escape. And just a sentiment on there, I appreciate you. I haven't decided on this one. This one might be re-engineered to be a class card, but at this moment it's exclusive to the Escape. So it features the frosted pine cones and just needing a sentiment. And then the last one that we have to show you, again, there's one more from Mosaic Garden. So if you guys didn't catch that, I'm a creative presenter for that event, and I chose Mosaic Garden. And so the Mosaic Garden that's part of this is going to be included. So, and this one's featuring all wrapped up. This is designer series paper, so all you need is a sentiment. So for this one, it's 12 different cards, and you will have all the card kits, and that's what the girls are here right now, Mom and Annette are working on. They're kitting up Escape cards for me right now, and so that's pretty cool. So we've got 5 of you guys. They'll have seven done as of today, and then there's the other 5 to kit yet, so that would make 12. Okay, so you can decide what you want. So most of you have already registered for it, so I'm just going to put already registered for it. So again, you can click on here to get to the official registration form. It's $130, which includes shipping. If you're on my team, the Be Happy Stampers, it's $120, which includes shipping. So you just get a $10 discount if you're, it's one of my like little team perks that I have. So, okay. So that becomes the base. And so that's why I moved that to the front, because if you get that class or this event, then from everything else after, you're going to get reduced shipping. If you don't pick this, then the next thing on the list becomes the main thing for shipping. All right. So then the next class is called Ink, Paper, Scissors.
Are the leaf dies upstairs?
They are. Yep, they should be right by the machine. Ink, Paper, Scissors features painted patch. And so when we look at that, Ink, Paper, Scissors is, if you're in person or local to me, Diane's switching back to teaching these now. So Diane does the in-person version, and then I'll do the to-go kits for people. And so this is a new bundle called Painted Pumpkins. And so there are 4 cards. You'll get your quarter pack of designer series paper. You'll get the gems, the painted patch gems, and then the Calypso coral ribbon. And so this one you guys will recognize because this was the double dipper. So we pulled that into a September class right off the bat, because otherwise we went to, it was just easier to do another painted patch right off the bat. So these are, pumpkins are designer series paper though, so you don't need to have the stamps for that one per se. This one, all of these pumpkins are the designer paper, and the way we were strategized, when your paper gets cut in half, you get half the pumpkins and they get split up between 4 cards. So this one's a little different, I have to say. We don't know internally here how we feel about the bubble bath with the Cajun Craze, but it works because they made designer paper, and so everything looks like cohesive. It's just we're not sure how we feel about those 2 colors together, but all in all, the card is still a pretty card. So we liked it from that aspect. Feline says, I am paying for the 2 Pooh books this month. Do I need to note that in the right? That would be great, Feline, if you could note that, because you get 2, Karen Woods is getting 2, and there are 4 other people that are each getting a book, and you can note that in there, but I also should be able to, I have a spreadsheet that I will kind of tie that together, but it's good to include that. Connie Moore, I know you're one of them. Lisa Mullis is also getting a Pooh book this month, and I feel like there's at least, oh, you know, I've got my list here. It's actually right in my book here. So, but yes, it would be great for you to list that in the past classes section. That would be wonderful. So this one has a belly band, so that lifts up. And again, designer series paper. And when you open this, then you've got, hello, gorgeous. So we got a little fun fold for you. And again, a little bit of that coral ribbon with the gems makes it really pretty. So Secret Sea with the pool party is a great combination. All right, so that's that card. And then the last one is this guy. So we used those Violet Dreams dies here and then pulled in some pumpkins. And there's that new yep, there's a name for that. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but that new embossing folder pulled in some 2-tones. So this is the painted patch. So people either are loving these color combinations, they're either hating them, or they're neutral to them, so that they're like, yeah, I still like the cards and we're good. But there are, like, I know that there's a couple people are like, yeah, I can't handle my pumpkins this pink color. But all in all, we designed a class for you where you don't necessarily even have to buy either one of these. You could fussy cut your pumpkins, but know that there are dies in the set here. So if you really want to, you could also just buy that the dies fits these guys really nicely. So the dies fit the pumpkins perfectly. And then what's cool in here is there's a fence. That is neat. We didn't incorporate the fence anywhere. It didn't die cut out very good for me, and we were hot to get the designing done. So we just stuck strictly with pumpkins and layouts on this one. So it's a great ink, paper, scissors where if you just like to get ink, paper, scissors and not necessarily get stamps, that you'd be able to incorporate your own sentiments. So for ink, paper, scissors, I've got it listed here that you can get yes to go kits mailed, or you could do porch pickup. You can do in person with Diane, but if you do in person with Diane, I suggest you contact Diane at her email address there so she can log it in her books. No, or you want to only get the PDF. So Sherry Stewart gave me a nice little suggestion. She said, why don't you add the option to put the PDF only into your registration so that people see it and we can get the PDFs for you once they're written. Jay loves the painted patch stamp size and paper, and even after, so Jay's doing a display for me for the Escape, and she has that one, so I'm glad to hear that you are loving it. And Karen Wetstein told me that this embossing folder right here that we had here is called Rustic Check, and I was thinking Buffalo Check. There was something, I had some words in my head. It is Rustic Check. This one over here on the side is the new one called Softly Woven, which is pretty neat. So we definitely pulled in lots of the new embossing folders, dies for all these classes. So the Sweet Bundle class for next month is called Sunflower Fields. It's so ink, paper, scissors. It has it up here. It's $34 plus shipping, and I never put what the shipping amount is because if you get the Escape, then your shipping is less. Now, if you don't get the Escape, then your shipping's full price for shipping here, but then anything else after is reduced. So if you're not getting either of those two, and then you get this one, then the shipping, so. Shipping, I always put plus shipping because I actually, for everybody who does a registration, I calculate what the shipping is by estimating what your weight is going to be for your package and the size of it, and I go to Pirate Ship, and I don't add on tons, right? I add on like about the amount for shipping plus handling, right? So that's why I always put plus shipping. So Laura says, what day is it? What day is which class? You'll have to tell me what you're asking about, because I've already talked about 3 things now. So my craft room is swimming with pumpkins, Jay said. So Sunflower is $22 plus shipping. But if you want to place an order with me as your demonstrator, you could place an order to get the class for free in person or with shipping. So this is the new stamp set. It's called Radiant Sunflowers. I'll tell you, we could have used these things, but we decided not to because we left it that it was just sentiments, because then you guys could easily recreate these cards exactly as is. We used some of these for the inside focal images. So what day is it? It's Thursday. Good job, Mary Lemke. You answered that question properly. So, and now, Laura, I don't know if you were asking if you went today or if you meant a class I was talking about. So these are the 4 cards, and we definitely did more die cutting for you on this one. So my gals really helped out with the centers of the sunflowers and the sunflower heads and having leaves. And so we definitely went a little bit more heavy on the die cutting, and then embossing on multiple cards, and then adding in your own sentiments. So we use the Softly Woven again here. There's a sunflower embossing folder we got to use, but primarily some Secret Sea ink, espresso ink, and you just stamp whatever sentiments you want on here. And then when it comes to the inside, that's where we use those focal stamps right here and colored them in. So these, we got to use some of the new shimmer brushes in Golden Glow, Crisp Cantaloupe, and the Peaceful Pine. So that was really neat to bring those in. And then on this one, we just put some strips of designer paper. Now you might not, sometimes we do that and sometimes we don't. It depends on what we have for designer paper left over at the end. And that one we put a sunflower, and that one we put a sunflower. So in class, in person, what we'll probably do is, because we didn't give the strip of designer paper, what we will do is stamp that flower again. So for this one, very easy to reproduce these. It's $22 plus shipping, or it's free with an order. Okay, and that one's called Sunflower Fields Forever. All right. No, that's Strawberry Fields Forever. Okay. So Feline says September class form done. It wasn't too harrowing. Okay, perfect. Good. All right. So then let's see here what I want. I really, really want a zig a zig ah And I want today porch pickup. Okay. Next is the Let's Just Stamp class. I do this one with Diane as well. Okay, let me back up here. If you are in Canada and you would like to do the sunflowers, you should reach out to Rose Coleman. She's amazing. She's your girl in Canada. She's who I partner with from, she's my partner that I work with in Canada. So I design this class here in the States with Diane usually, and then what happens is Rose offers the kitted classes in Canada. And then there's another class that Rose designs in Canada that I offer here in the States. So this is the one that we partner with. So if you are in Canada and you're watching me and you want to take that class, you can reach out to Rose. She'd be happy to help you. She might still be on vacation visiting her family in Newfoundland, but when she gets back, she'll help you out. So Let's Just Stamp features elegant leaves. And again, I have all the links for all these classes. So if you want to see more details, it takes you right to them. I created them. You just have to make sure that you click the back button to get you back into the registration. So Let's Just Stamp featuring elegant leaves is $19 plus shipping, or it's free with an order. And these are the dies, and then here are the stamps. So that class or the card that I showed you for the escape right here featured these stamps, different card, but featured them. So we will be cutting out these dies for you, and then the stamps will be able to line them up and stamp them. Like, I've got a trick for that for those in-person people, and I'll show that trick too when I make the cards with you guys later in September. But this one, you are going to need the stamps, okay? So the last couple classes and events that I've been showing you, they're all heavily intensive on the sentiment. Now this one is going to be needing the stamps. And if you don't have these stamps, do you have other leaf stamps, right? So you're going to be getting a piece of vanilla paper, and that piece of vanilla paper is, I promise, we're going to put it in your kit. I think it's sitting over there already. It's 5.5 by 4.25, and you'll be able to stamp your leaves here, these 2 leaves, and these 2 leaves, right? And then you'll die cut them. And if you don't have this stamp set, but you love it, buy it. And if you don't love it and you have something else that would work, great. And if you don't even want leaves on here and you want something completely different, like a squirrel or an acorn or a tree or whatever you want, you'll get a piece of paper and you can stamp and be creative on your own journey to make these cards. Now I need to buy a couple more stamp bundles. There you go. Debbie says that Rose posted from Nova Scotia today, so Rose is not home yet. Okay, right? So she's still out traveling. Every summer she goes in August to go visit both her and Kevin's family, and it's neat to see them sharing the joy with their family because they don't get to see them that often. So for Let's Just Stamp, it's 3 cards. 2 of them are fun folds, and they're not crazy fun folds, but this one's a gatefold, and we have it opening like this. And you can see we made that into a thank you. It uses that new softly woven embossing folder, and all this other stuff is done for you. So the only thing, like that's die cut for you, any embossing is done for you. You guys generally, if you watch me, when you see me open up a kit, when the kitting is done, you'll see that things are embossed and generally die cut. It's just if you have to stamp, then we give you a piece of paper. This is a little book card going vertical. It says happy today, happy tomorrow, happy always, and that does come from this set right here. And then we got that pretty little leaf on the front with that rustic check embossing folder. And then we got this guy. And so, very good. So we used some Blackberry Bliss, some Cajun, some Pecan, and some Golden for inks on these. And so, again, this is the Let's Just Stamp. We're moving into fall, everybody. It's time. So we're kind of moving away from flowers and getting into fall. So then you can decide if you want the Let's Just Stamp. And I'm going to take it with my porch pickup and then monthly classes next. So I've been doing this class the longest, since 2016. It is your trifecta of the holidays coming up. It's $19 plus shipping, or if you place an order in person or online, you could get it for free. And we definitely went out here to the 3 things that are coming up this year. We have Halloween, which is in October. We have Thanksgiving-ish or fallish, which is let's say that's for November with cat fur and all. And then we've got December, which features the poinsettias. So let's start with the Halloween. We definitely went heavy on the die cutting. Thank you to Marianne for her help with this one. We've got your spider webs, your spider, your happy, and your Halloween. So there's no stamping actually at all on the outside. And what I'm thinking now I wish I would have done, I wish I would have taken white ink and swooshed across the background to make it look foggy on that black piece. So I can still do that when I show you guys the class when we work on making the cards. But on the in the inside, I've got a spider web and trick or treat, and that comes from Oh My Fright. But the dies all come from, it's called Web of Fun. So these are 2 new bundles that just launched, in July as part of online exclusive. So those are the sets that we featured for that one. And then we pulled out elegant leaves for this guy, and we definitely went heavy on the die cutting, and we did not do a lot of stamping besides a sentiment. And the Sending Caring Thoughts, that one comes from, I just grabbed it right here. Sending Caring Thoughts comes from the elegant leaves. And again, for this one, because we did the die cutting, there's the detail in the two-tone light color, and then we did the regular colored cardstock on the background. Then it shows, oh my God, this Honey or Tigger sat on this card. And there are 3 cat furs, you guys. I love these kittens, but wow. No butts, right? I just love these kittens. They still leave hair everywhere. Stuck onto the paper. They put their tail on that or something. It swooshed. So, again, you've got your die cuts all done for you. There we used the rustic checks, and we used that softly woven. And then this piece of designer paper is the reason why we went with Darling Duckling, is because we had that left over. It was from the Lily of the Valley that we didn't use. Okay, so that's the Thanksgiving-ish or fall card. Thanks, Holly. I'm glad you like it. Then lastly, we have our Pretty Poinsettia one here. And that stamp set is one of the new ones coming out in September. It's called Pretty Poinsettia. And all of that is die cut, you guys. All that die cutting is done for you. Your labels are ready to go. That embossing is going to be good. We got some diamonds on here, and all you need is a sentiment. So this is the class that's going to get you locked and loaded, ready for your holiday cards that are coming up for October, November, December. So that one is called monthly class, September monthly class. So you can decide if you want that. I'm going to do that with To-Go Kits. Okay, I'm very proud of Rose because she worked really hard to go on vacation, and she worked ahead to, if you guys, here's, I got a picture of Rose and me. It's really hard to see it, but that's us in Alaska on the cruise ship. So that's what I keep right there to remind me the good times that we had. So she worked really hard to get the Technique Club class kitted. And so I don't keep those cards here, but I have pictures of them. And you know what's missing? Oh man. So it's missing the question. I wonder if the question is down further. We lost the question. So everybody that did this so far, they missed. So Feline, did you miss Rose's class? Because Feline, you would normally sign up for Rose's class. It's missing the questions. So I have to go fix that. I'm gonna make myself a note here that the technique needs the questions. Okay, so if you guys haven't done your forms yet, hold the phone, because there's a section that belongs under here, and it says, do you want To-Go Kits mailed? Do you want porch pickup? Or do you want to not have it? So stay tuned for that. Well, as soon as I'm done with the showcase, I'll fix that. But I'll show you some close-ups of the cards here, and so you can see what they look like in full action. So it's featuring thanks and giving. So she has a Happy Thanksgiving card here, and then the acorn. So the technique she's showing off is this block stamping, where you put ink on a block and then you stamp the block. And then there's that one. So those that do this class are going to get to use get the fence die on that. So that is the technique class. So going back to that, again, there should be a section. I don't know what happened to it because it was there at one point last night. I was working on this from my phone and somehow it got disheveled. So yes, Feline, it's to go. I clicked that I was paying for it. Well, it's not even it's not an option, but this class is $60 order, and a $60 order is required for that one. And I have about 12 people that do that class every month with me. So I'll fix that when we get done here. So then the Paper Pumpkin Alternative class is featuring Kindred Greetings, which is the August pumpkin. And I have that here to show with you. So Kelly teaches this one on my YouTube channel. So it's Kelly and I do this one together. And what we do is we take the paper pumpkin and we carve out that you could save and make one of each of the cards or not, right? There's two different options, and you'll see that those options are here that you can get with the box or without the box. So we have about 7 boxes here. And so if you missed out on ordering it, you can get one from us. I'll have to be watching that like a hawk so that we don't run out, but you are going to need the pumpkin for August to do this class next month. And so what we've got here is there's 3 cards that Paper Pumpkin designed, and you can choose to make those 3 cards. So they look like this, right? So that's what Paper Pumpkin intended them to look like. And normally you would make 9 of those. But option 1 is making these 3, and then also adding in on Kelly's 5 cards, plus you're going to make 2 of each of these. So this is option 1, more or less, is that it's these 3 cards plus 10 more cards, which are 2 of this one, 2 of this one, 2 of this one, 2 of this one. It's a little baby card on a card here. And then 2 of this one. Right? So the first option is without a box, because you have your own box, and you'd make these 10 cards plus these 3 is 13. Now let's say you don't want to make these cards as Paper Pumpkin intended to them. So you wouldn't make those. Your next option then is, option 3 is, you'd make 3 of each of these for a total of 15 cards. So that's what option 3 is 3 of each of these cards for a total of 15. And option 4 is that option with getting a box from us, okay? Or you could also opt to get the PDF only or not get it. So that's what we've got for this one, featuring Kindred Greetings. So she's going to be teaching this class on the YouTube channel next month. And for this one, it is unlisted. So if you are not registered for class, you wouldn't have access to watch the video. That's how we've done that since the very beginning. So all the costs are listed down here so that you can know what you're signing up for. But I think I'll just go for option 1. I have the box at home, and I would like to make the Paper Pumpkin originals and then make the other 10 cards. Then I ask, would you plan to place an order to get any of the classes for free? That really helps me tie your order to the class. So let's say you just placed an order with me, or you're planning to place an order with me, and it's $120. You could pick 2 classes to get for free with me, right? And if you are placing a $60 order, you could pick 1. If you're placing a $180 order with me, you could pick 3. If you want multiples of anything, because let's say you place a $300 order, this is now the next section where you would put, would you like to add any past classes, Paper Pumpkins, or events to this registration that you can find? You can find like at the past, right? So the trick here is that do you want anything from the past, not anything that's in September. And you can find a list of all of the past classes by going here. And when you scroll down, all the past stuff is listed here. I don't have the stuff from August in here, so I think I need to make sure I have August past classes gets added here. But for the most part, this is up to date. And if for any reason I run out, I'll just have to tell you that I don't have any of it left. So there's the past classes. And you might say, oh, like Feline said, Pooh times 2 a memory book. So we've already got that set off to the side for her, and that'll be perfect. So the Pooh memory books, oh, I wonder if I fixed, we'll have to figure out when we get to the end with the shipping. So that's where you could put any past stuff. You hit next, and then now these are where we have additional offerings. Annette, is she here yet?
Yeah.
Would you mind grabbing me my DSP sampler? I think it should be in between the black books over there. We have a little registration going on for the DSP samplers. And when you look at this, it might look overwhelming. And that's only because I still have some left from 2025.
This one doesn't matter.
Sure, it doesn't matter. Sure, I'm showing off whatever. So I have some here that are from the spring holiday annual catalog last year, and then I have all the ones from this year. So this was last year's for spring, and we have this one available. And then I also have the annual catalog one from last year available. And then back here then is the fall one. And so what happens is you get the white pages, you get the printed names, and then you'll get all your squares and your rectangles, and you'll glue them in yourself. So this is the equivalent of 3 of the books. And so I have all of these available. Plus I have the ones for this year, and then the new one is available. So you could put no, you don't want anything, or you already signed up. So I have about 60 people that I emailed recently that normally get it from me. And I emailed them and asked them. And if they've already said yes, that they already want it, then you could put already signed up for it, or that you need it. And you can pick multiple here. Like if you say you want all 4 of these, that means you can get all 4 of them. All right, so that's the DSP sampler. The next thing is product shares. Annette, do you know where Judy's working on the embellishments? Do you want to bring over one just to show people what an embellishment share looks like? So I pulled this information together last night. I offer product shares as well. Are they in a box over there maybe? So for the product shares, there's three types of products. There's designer series paper, there's embellishments, and there are ribbons. Okay, you can get them all a la carte, or you could mix and match them. And so the paper comes, I started offering it in 3 different sizes. You could get 6x6 sheets.
There's none put together.
There's nothing really?
No.
Okay, never mind. Okay, no worries. Thank you for looking. So there's a 6x12, and then you could also get 1 sheet of all the 12x12s, right? So that's where you want to pick up here. It's got 6x6, 6x12, or 12x12. You could pick ribbons or embellishments or both. Right? So you could just click on, you want all that. The thing is, if you're going to put all 3 of these things, then you might as well put the whole shebang with 12x12. The whole shebang means it's ribbon, gems, and designer paper. So if you only want ribbon and 6x12 paper, just click those 2, right? But if you want all 3 things, just figure out what size paper you want, because then if you pick a whole shebang, then you also get free classes. So this says with a 6x6 you get a class. I need to update this because with a 6x12 you get 2 classes, and a 12x12 you get 3 classes. So not just 1, not just 2, but the more that you buy of the paper, the more classes you can pick out for free, because I base the amount off of how much it costs, and if that share product value is $60, that earns you a class. So, oh, you're getting stupid commercials. Sorry to hear that. And Linda, we already got you on for one. That's perfect. Now that I'm back to square, the samplers are so helpful for selecting DSP for project. I'm so happy to hear that. Yes, so going back to the DSP samplers, they're great for people who are just starting out. They're great for demonstrators who host classes or want to share product. They're great for customers who are avid that want to design. They're great for new people to help them with color coordination. The DSP samplers are really a great reference tool. So when it comes to the product shares, you can click the word here, and it takes you into the event on my website, and it lists everything out, and it has the costs listed here. It has the papers, so you can totally check it out. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the 6x12 whole shebang. So, and just know that if you do pick this and you picked one of my classes prior, that's free with an order, I'll coordinate that you get those classes for free with your product share. Now, it says a class. I need to change that to say 2 classes, and I got to change this one to say 3 classes. I think what I did is I didn't catch that, but I'll fix that. And then one other thing that I offer for a share perspective is the suite shares. So there are 11 new suites that just launched or are launching. So some are July's from the online exclusives, some are September online exclusives, and some are September through December. So I kind of noted that on the back end here. SD is September through December, July online exclusives, or September online exclusives. And the pricing is about half prices if you buy the suite. And it doesn't include, it's actually less than half, because so a suite would include the bundle that is part of the suite and a full pack of designer paper and a full roll of ribbon. What we do for the suites is it includes a half a pack of designer series paper, a half a pack of gems, 2 yards of ribbon, and 2 sheets of each of the coordinating cardstock colors that go with the suite. So one that has a lot, and you can tell that the price is a little bit higher, is the mice one here. The one that is Little Christmas is $42. That's because there's about 12 different colors of cardstock in there, and you get 2 sheets of each. So that's why that one's a little bit priced higher. But in general, if there's gable boxes in one of the suites, you'd get 2 gable boxes. If there's foil in it, you get a sheet of foil. If there's glimmer in it, you get half the glimmer, right? So whatever the paper is, the designer paper, you get half of it, half the gems, 2 yards of a ribbon, and then half or a fifth of whatever other coordinating product goes with it. So I've got all the prices listed here. There's another event that you can go check it out. So all the things that I have here are also as events on my website, but you'd pick what you want. Let's say I want Alpine Winter and maybe Mosaic Garden, because I'm not sure if I love it, but so this gives me a little taste. All right, down here then, I added this too. I've been talking about this for the last month, about this connect and grow thing. So if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, this is just an ad. I wanted to bring more visibility to this. I partnered with these other 7 people. I was going to say ladies, but Bruno is definitely not a lady. So Kylie and Bruno are from Australia, and then I know Brandy's from the U.S. Here's Rose. Rose and I got to do this project together too, and then Heather and Jackie and Emily. And so what happens is inside this is a 50 or 60-page handbook. It costs $35, or if you're on my team, the Be Happy Stampers, it's $25, or you can earn it for free by doing some things, right? Earning it, right? So if you click on the link for it, it takes you right to it so you can read what some of that stuff is. And if you're on my team, I did a post on Facebook group, the Be Happy Stampers Facebook group, for you to see what you would need to do to earn it. It's like completing 6 out of 12 things or 5 out of 10 things. But it is, all 8 of us have put together make about a 15 to 30 minute training on different topics. And the different topics are, like Bruno talked about Chat GPT, and Kylie talked about earning the incentive trip, growing your social media, time management. I talked about mindset and confidence, systems for your business, planning and monetizing classes and workshops, and Rose talked about running technique classes and scrapbook clubs using the current reward system. So within here then, there's questions, and then you follow along with the tutorial. Each of us did a video tutorial, like a video on YouTube, and then we have a questionnaire to go with it to help you guys to get ideas. And again, this is if you're a demonstrator looking to connect and grow your businesses, to help you in just to earn, like, not, so no promises or guarantees, right? But it's to help you in what you want to accomplish. So this is just an FYI. Oh, no, here. Are you a demonstrator and would like to register? No, yes, already registered. So I'm going to put already registered for it. Otherwise, you could Be Happy Stamping pricing or Be Happy Stamper earning it. Okay. I want to work ahead a little bit to the fall Palooza, which is set for October and November. So that means that you can pick it. It's an online event. And we give people the option of either October or November, because it depends on where your budget is, right? You might be able to afford it in October, but not November, or you might be able to afford it in November, but not October. So we thought, well, why not give people the opportunity to get it when they want it? So for this one, it runs very similar to an Escape, but it's not. On this one, you get a goodie bag, but it's just designer series paper, because we're really featuring paper. So you don't get a goodie bag with embellishments or ribbon. You just get the designer paper. So not just, but it's a lot. Like, it's every sheet of designer paper. I haven't decided quite yet if it's a 6x12 or 6x6. I got to look at the cost yet. And so for the Escape, all your designer paper is cut for you. For this one, you cut your own, but I walk you through how to cut it as like one of the videos. We are going to be doing, get this, 18 cards for this one. Now, this doesn't have displays though, and this doesn't have creative presentation. So there's a little bit like, there's differences in both of them, right? So, and this one is $120 plus shipping, because the paper is potentially 6x12 or a little bit wider, so the shipping is not built into the price. So we do $120 plus shipping. Or if you're on my team, the Be Happy Stampers, it's $110 plus shipping. And our goal is 18 cards, not like so we try to feature every paper, right? So you get more card kits for this one. And so we've got 7 of them done. And again, there's going to be 11 more. Don't tell Diane, but we added one today because we forgot about 1 pack of paper. But we'll get that figured out. So this is what we've got done so far. We've got the pumpkins, and all of these cards are exclusive to the Palooza. So here's your pumpkin card. So we got Painted Patch. We have your Spooktacular one, and so it's so cool. We've got our pumpkin with his hair, and I said he's got pimples on his. What is up with these cats, you guys? They just can't stay away from my cards. So I said that the pumpkin's got pimples on his face. These bats are the cutest thing. So we've got that one. And then we have Sunflower Fields, which is really pretty. And then we've got our violet one done. So you guys, we featured the accent wreaths in here. So we've got a couple wreaths already made up. Here's the Halloween card for this one. What do you need, Mom?
One ready? Can we do another one?
I don't know if I have another one ready because the embossing's not done.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah. You know what needs to happen here, Annette, though? Those white pieces of paper need to go up behind each golden ticket, because we forgot to put the white pieces in the Lily of the Valley cards. Over here, this white bucket here, the clear bucket. This is, yep, those white pieces. There's a behind each golden ticket. Right? Okay. You can give that to Mom to do too if you want. But underneath the cards, you see there's white paper. Okay.
I can't find those dies anywhere.
Which ones? The leaves?
Yeah.
Um.
Are you sure they're up there?
They're right here. Sorry. They're right here. They're in this case right here. That's what you're looking for.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, you bet. Sorry to make you waste your time looking. Okay, this one is featuring the Gingham Gallery. Okay, and then this one features the Autumn Opulence. So those are the 7 we've got done so far. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to forecast to make sure we accommodate all the people that want to do this. Because I hate having to tell people no. Mom says you have to say no when you're full. So I want to forecast. She's looking at me like, what did I say? I'm just saying you got to tell people no when you run out of classes.
When they went what?
Gosh, you can't hear me.
Run out of class, you can't say no. Oh, yes.
So what I'm trying to
Put a
do,
limit on it.
so I'm putting a limit on it, but I'm trying to forecast first. So if you are thinking about, this is not going to be for September. So this is just for me to understand how many people want to do it. So if you want to do porch pickup or to go or PDF only or not at all, but there is also an official registration link for this. So even if you filled out my September registration form, I still want you to go fill out the official registration form. So the other thing too is I do not have the option to put on here already registered for it, but I will add that because I think there's about 40 people already registered. And so don't worry right now if you fill out this form and it says yes, porch pickup or yes to go box and you've already signed up, I'll catch that. I will not sign you up twice. So I'm good. So I'm going to put yes to go box. And then what month would you like it? I'm going to say October because there's some Halloween cards in here and you're going to want those in October. So but that's okay. If you get it in November, you'll just have Halloween cards ready for next year. The other thing we're trying to do is understand about the pre-registration for the September pumpkin called Aspens of Gratitude. Kelly doesn't have these made. We don't have them yet, right? I haven't even gotten the pumpkin. It's going to ship out around September 10th. And we work on designing them. Like these other pumpkins, they just got designed. They were finished as of this morning. So we put in here just a cards under construction for now. But you may already know, do you want to take this class or not? And this helps us with forecasting for the number of kits to make. So you could put no or option 1 or option 2, 3, 4. If you pick 2 or 4, that tells us that you want to get that box from us. We can already coordinate that to have the box shipped directly from Stampin' Up to you. So I'm going to put option 2 for that one because I want to order the box and have it shipped to me. And then Julie Block said, do you know, have a sneak peek of next month's paper pumpkin with the birch trees? So what will the attendance, for the Fall Palooza? Okay, I got a couple questions here. Will there be a PDF for the Fall Palooza? Yes, right here. Doris Munson. If you look on here, I've got an option PDF only. And if you go into the registration form, there's a spot for you to pick PDF only. Okay, Julie Block asked a question about next month's PDF. So the next month's paper pumpkin alternative. So next month's pumpkin, if I go to October 1st on my calendar, the Aspens here, this is what we have for a sneak peek, Julie. That's what it shows.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if that's actually from the kit or if that's inspiration, but this is the sneak peek that we have. And if you scroll down here, it says there's 10 cards total, 5 each of 2 stunning designs. Okay. So just know that that's all the information I have on it. And then Judy Sharp asked, what is the attendance gift for the Fall Palooza? Okay. So we've got a couple different things going on here. So for the escape, we just said that we were going to do it's about this big. It's a magnifying light at the same time. So for those that like to read, it's like a magnifying glass with a light on it. That's for the escape. For the Palooza, we're doing a desk lamp, right? So it folds up compact for traveling. And then if you want, you pull it out and it gets like about 12 inches tall and it goes over your work surface. So it's a desk lamp, like a small portable desk lamp is what we're going to do for the Palooza. Okay. And then there's also other small pillow gift type things that we're getting for each of those events. Hello, Barbara Gabi. All right. So I thought it was scheduled. Yes, it was scheduled for 5 Eastern. Until I realized that I have a commitment at 5 my time. And if I started the showcase at 4, I would be tardy by a long shot for my commitment. So I think it was yesterday, I changed everything to be 3 o'clock. So we just got done through the September stuff and we're just working through other things now. So we're not done. I would say we're just over half done. So you can always go back and catch the first part. So Connie Moore says ads are getting longer before you can skip. Oh no. All right. So sorry to hear that. And okay. So I'm going to put yes to the to-go box. We were talking about the pumpkin. We got the pumpkin done. Okay, then in October, we're doing a card benefit. The organizations that we're going to be supporting this time around are breast cancer, military veterans, and then domestic abuse. We are in the process of looking for the specific groups for each of those, but those are the causes that we are going to be supporting. And what you can do now is fill out the official registration form for the card benefit. And you would do that by clicking here. And again, it brings, you guys are going to hate me after all these Google forms, but it really helps me keep track of everything. So, oh, I have to update that. So the link is wrong. Oh, darn it. So the October benefit, I even checked that, but there's an October benefit registration link. So I will get that figured out. But if you click here, the card benefit is here for my event. And then when you go into this one, you can find the registration link here. So I have this one correct. So here's the actual registration form. I just have to fix the link on the other one. So October 2026. So that we could find that from going in my event here. All right, so let's click back. So again, I have to fix that link. Well, the one that's purple there is the incorrect one. All right, so now let's fast forward to October again. I'm looking for information from you guys on who is interested in doing, it's called Harvest Hues Mix and Match Mega Class. And I just worked this out with Kelly. It's going to be, so if you guys didn't catch it, Memories and More went away. And now they have a lot of these ephemera packs. Bye, Mom. Thank you. Oh, I'm going to come up. Thanks for your help. Okay, so the ephemera packs are what's kind of now happening. And so Kelly is working really hard to get to Costa Rica it's in April. And so we just game planned what the class will be, and it's going to be called Harvest Hues Mix and Match Mega Class. And this is going to allude then into another class. So this Harvest Hues is going to be offered in October, and then there's going to be a piggyback class called Season of Holly. So I'm going to share with you what our general thought is, and so you can decide if you want to do it or not. So they have these new ephemera packs. You didn't see any change notes. Everywhere I changed the YouTube, I changed the event time, I changed the Facebook, I changed it in the resources, and so everywhere I have it as an event, I had changed it. So sorry about that. You didn't get the notice that it got updated. Usually Facebook will let you know if you've liked the event. It tells you that. All right, so the Harvest Hues and then the Season of Holly. So between the two classes, the Harvest of Hues Mix and Match, we're going to take these 2 packs of the ephemera packs and make, I would say, between 16 and 20 cards, right? So these ephemera packs have lots of die cut pieces. So in general, this will be part of your class registration. So you'll get the 2 ephemera packs, a roll of ribbon, and you'll get the gems. And we will design, I'll say stretching it, we'll probably design 18 cards, just like we had for our Memories and More. We had 18 cards. So we're going to design those cards. So what happens in this pack is there's a combination of the fall, and then there's the celebration season. There's like the wintry. And so we're not going to probably use these for the Harvest Hues class. So those people who sign up for this class are going to have this left. And then we're going to roll into the next class, which for those people that do this class with us, you're going to have these sheets left. Then we're going to do add-on, because these other packs coordinate very nicely with it. They're all like the same color combination. So the next class will be these 2 packs and the roller ribbon, a different roller ribbon, and a different pack of gems that match this one. And then those people who got both classes are going to get bonus cards, or we're going to have it that we haven't quite figured out the second class yet. But all in a nutshell, this is what we're trying to figure out, is how many people would be interested in doing this class. It's going to be called Harvest Hues Mix and Match. And if you're on the team, the Be Happy Stampers, Kelly and I have decided we're going to honor the team pricing going forward. So if you want to get the team pricing, you would supply your own ribbon, gems, and these packs, and then you would get reduced pricing, like, because you're going to just get the kits. Where if you're not on the team, the Be Happy Stampers, you would get all the products that go in with it, just like we do with a Stamp-a-Stack or Memories and More. So you can say what you want to do. You want to get to-go kits, porch pickup. Now, again, this is not going to be built into your September order. It's an October class. We're just trying to forecast, which is one of the hardest things in the world to do. Just ask anybody that has to supply product for anything. So by you guys telling us that you're interested in doing this class, it will help us game plan how many to plan for. But it doesn't commit you to it, because this will actually be officially on the October registration form, and that's where you will officially sign up for it. But I'll send out reminders to everybody who pre-registered. All right, then would you like any Cards by Christine exclusive items, like a caddy? Like we have Be Happy Stamper caddies, we have Be Creative caddies, we have glue holders, we have the cloth garbage holders, there's adhesive erasers, ink erasers, small glue holders, the bow makers that look like, got little bow makers like this. So those are the exclusive items that are listed here. I'm like, okay, I want a bow maker. Then the other thing is the Beekeeper's Guide is going to be hot off the press in the near future. That looks like, let me just show you guys what that looks like really quick. The Beekeeper's Guide is what Kelly helps me put together with every change when there's new products. So 6 times a year we update this. So we generally don't print them. Like there is a version 8. Version 8 includes the July online exclusives, and version 9 is going to include, oh, maybe I have this wrong here. It actually needs to be version 9. So, lots of updates I find. So version 8 is actually the July online exclusives, which there was a few things that got added, but this is actually going to be 9. We're not printing 8 really, but there's one person that always gets every single one. So just know that if you want version 8 and version 9, I can make it work. But for right now, this is actually version 9. And if you don't want it printed, that's okay. But if you do want it printed, it's got everything in here, organized by bundles, like the suites. You've got your dies. I use this when I'm designing because it really helps just show me absolutely everything that is available. So it takes everything from the catalog and the online exclusives and puts it into one organized fashion. And I've got a guide in the front here, and then there's an index in the back. So it really helps you. And then if you don't want it, so the printed copy is $15 with my printer. If you don't want it printed, but you are a customer of mine that buys product from me, you take product-based classes that include product, you can click a link that takes you into it, and then you have access to all of them. So we've got 1 through 7 in here. Kelly's done with 8 now, but we got to get it in here. So that's that. Those are the Beekeeper's Guides. So yes or no? I'll say no because I'm good with using the electronic version. And then are you planning to get any classes from people on my team and have it ship with your September package? So before I do that, I want to talk about just a few other classes. The mega class sounds amazing. Oh, good. The Kathy Ballard says the Harvest Hughes classes sound great. I love these new packs. Great. Well, we haven't started working with them quite yet. Like we just got them, we opened them up, and we're like, what can we make with them? And so that's what we'll sit down and try to figure out. But I do want to share a couple other classes that I do with you guys that aren't kitted per se. But before I start talking about other people, I want to make sure you guys know that I do have a mystery card that I do every month. And we were not able to get Clue 1 out to you before I originally had it scheduled for the 17th. So the good thing is that we have mystery card night on Monday night, the 31st. And the more amazing thing is that we had Clue 1 published last week. So you guys had all week to work on getting your materials together. It is a fun fold, okay? So it's a card inside a card inside a card. So it's a good fun fold. Okay, the other thing that we like to do is something called Share, Create, Inspire. And that is where somebody gives me a recipe. And we just did this card class yesterday. Yesterday, Wednesday. So I got a recipe from Kelly Sheridan. And I like to use the product of the month in the card so that this becomes part of the product of the month tutorial. So if anybody on my team ordered $75 or more in August, or if you ordered this actual product through me as your demonstrator, I will have a tutorial for you in early September. And this will be one of the cards in the tutorial with measurements and instructions and photographs. And then I have about 8 other colleagues that we get together, and all of our ideas and projects go into the tutorial. So that is another class that I offer on a monthly basis, and that one's already on the schedule for next month. The other thing is that we have kit classes that Kelly does the kit classes, and if you missed it, last Saturday she made the witch's hat with everybody in that class. So you can, wait, wrong way. So you can see what that looks like. It's a home decor project. And then the other thing, I'll put it right next to that hat. The other thing that was a kit was, I think it's called Crafted Blooms. And it was where you buy these little clipboards separately, and they weren't cards, but Kelly was thinking about making these into a class that made them into cards. But these are clipboards, so it's home decor. So this month there was home decor for both of the kits that were out there. And Julie's working on her product of the month tonight. Wonderful. All right, and Linda said it's an amazing guide. Good, I'm glad that you like it. So these were the kit classes. So we don't generally sell the kits to you from here in the Hive, but you can go to the stampinup.com website, buy these kits. If you spend over $60, then you can use that to get a free class with me that we kit here. So these kits, you can buy them directly through Stampin' Up, and you can choose me or Kelly as your demonstrator if you like, because Kelly's the one that does the classes. So then what else? I think that was all I wanted to share with, my stuff. So are you planning, then the next question is, are you planning to take any other classes from people on my team? So I do want to share with you what's coming up. So Susan Devine was the first one to reach out to me. And this is the first time she's reached out to me. And she is Divine Inspirations Studio at gmail.com. And she has a sunflower class coming up. So the class includes 4 cards, a quarter pack of DSP, a roll of Mossy Meadow ribbon, the pack of Radiant Gems. It's $35 plus shipping, and this ships from Pennsylvania. And I know this is really hard to read, but you would want to reach out to Divine Inspirations Studio at gmail.com to order, or if you have questions. And she accepts PayPal or Venmo. So you guys, I always say that I like to support my people on the team that are trying to do classes as well. Lots of creativity coming your way, and there's enough love to go around. And she said on here, if you order through her, so don't call me for this, call Susan Divine. If you order by September 12th, it will ship at the end of September. And so it was the first time she sent these to me, so she's got an awesome class coming up here. I'll show you all the cards here. And it looks like she designed them in a way where you just need sentiments. So we've got sentiment, 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 sentiment. Oh, she put it in the pot. So she's got the sunflower growing in the pot. And then she's got it looking like a picture frame. And then she's got that spotlight in nature circle. And then she's got some of the sweet words and labels dies. And Susan, I believe you're watching right now. So if anybody has questions, I think I saw that you were on earlier. So just know that if you have any questions about this right now, you can reach out to Susan. Again, her email is divineinspirationsstudio@gmail.com. And she's the one that is doing this class. And you would love to see Kelly make cards with the kit. Yeah, Margene, you said that, and I think somebody else said that to her yesterday too. So Susan, great job on your class. Again, that's coming up in September. And then I also have here Julie Bierschbach, teaches classes here in the Hive. And she also does them on my YouTube channel, usually the second Wednesday of the month. And hers are September Be Creative cards, or it's the September Be Creative class. She featured the Relaxing Waterside, 3 cards, $19, and you can get them for free with an order with her. Or if you want to mail it with my package that I have going out for you, it would be $21 with her. Or if you're going to have it shipped directly from her and you don't have anything else with me, then it would be $25. And so with this one, you would need some stamps. The Relaxing Waterside, a lot of people got that. It has that Adirondack chair. Oh, there, I said it. I had to think about running down a deck though. So that's stamped, and then you've got it stamped here too. And the birds are stamped. So really pretty, using some of the Arches dies here. So that was Julie Bierschbach's class featuring the Relaxing Waterside. And again, you would reach out to Julie, and her contact information is juliebierschbach@gmail.com. Again, if you put a note in here, like let's say you do want Susan Devine's or Julie's, and I have 2 more people here, yet 2 to go through. You would just put, I want to take so-and-so's class. If I see that in here, you can put that you contacted them, or you could put, I need Julie's information, or I need Shelly's. Like, you can tell me what you need. But that one is Julie Bierschbach's. Okay, then I've got here another class that is featured from Shelly Schultz and Bonnie Lesbrance. And they call their class the Oldies But Goodies. And they are not doing card making. It says, come join us for our card making class. But they're doing a sampler this month. This month they're doing a fall sampler. And class is in person on the 8th at 6 p.m. And it's $18 without a frame, or $32 with a frame. And you could contact Bonnie or Shelly. And this is what the sampler looks like. So there is a lot of die cutting on here. So really the only thing that looks like it's stamped is this set over here with the acorns and the leaves, and then over here the pumpkin, and then some grass down here. But this is all die cutting, that's die cut. These on the top are die cut. This is stamped here for a sentiment too, but very easy to recreate this. And so this is their fall sampler that they're making. So that's pretty cool. And again, that's Shelly Schultz and Bonnie Lesbrance. And you would reach out to them if you want to take this class. I do know that they have it as in person, but if anybody wanted this to mail out, they do have their stuff ready that they would be able to mail it with a class package that you have going out with me. So that's what's great about taking classes with people on my team, is that we can consolidate. If they have their stuff to me by the 11th for shipping, then that would work great. Okay, and we'll get to the shipping dates because there's 2 different topics for shipping. All right, so then I have another bucket here of stuff, and this is Gina's. So Gina got me her things for her upcoming classes. So Gina Bulow is also on my team. She's the one that used to do, for 3 years, she did her YouTube's, her classes on my YouTube channel. And it was just this past June that she branched out onto her own YouTube channel. So Julie says, yay, you got it right. I sure did. I had to think about it. The Advent Calendar goes on sale September 1st. That would help. Okay. Oh, man. So that's another thing, Donna. So with the Advent Calendar, last year, Kelly and I created a class to help Kelly as well. So we created the class together, and then people ordered through her. So that is what we're doing again. Now, that is a good point. It goes on sale September 1st. We are going to be offering an Advent Calendar class as well. And it's whatever the Advent Calendar is. If you order it through Kelly, that's the goal, is to order it through Kelly to help her get to Costa Rica. If you order it through Kelly, it'll come with a class. And last year we had either 12 or 15 or 14 cards that were part of it. So we made all the Advent Calendar, and all the paper got pretty much consumed into cards. So if that is something, we'll have to send an email about that too. I feel like I shrunk. Hang on. Oh my goodness. Hang on. I got really short. I mean, I'm short to begin with, but I got really short there. So the Advent Calendar, we'll have to send a separate email because I did not think to put it into this registration form. But if you are wanting to get the Advent Calendar as a class, like we did last year, we're going to do that again, okay? So just thank you for that reminder. I'm going to make a note of that, the Advent Calendar. We'll probably have to send a separate email or sign up for that one. Okay. All right. So thank you for that reminder, Donna. I appreciate it. Okay, so back to Gina. So Gina has been doing a few different classes every month, and I'm going to show off what she has as well. So this is her scrapbook class. Let's see if I can find what goes with. There's a lot going on in here. So let me just, she's got lots of stuff. So this is August Technique. So let's set that here. This is August Scrapbook Workshop. That must be this. Okay, so we'll start with this then. August Scrapbook Card Workshop. $70 order before shipping and tax. 6 alternative pages, 5 cards. And so if you place a $70 order, class is August 30th at 3 p.m. at the Glitter and Ink YouTube channel. And so the 5 cards look like this. You would need to have the Scrapbook Workshop And then what happens is Gina helps you put it into cards, and then she helps you get some layouts. So there's a layout. There's one. And so if you place that $70 order with her and you don't have this, you're definitely going to want to get that as part of your order. But if you already have it because you bought it, then you could order whatever you wanted instead. And then she would still help you with get it put together. It comes with a tutorial, and then she would have these the cards are the add-on for this one. Okay, so that's the Scrapbook and Card Workshop. And then this is her August technique class. It's called Water and Dotted Masks. You get 4 cards. It's $22 plus shipping. And again, if you ship it from her directly, it's one shipping. But if you add it in any of my classes, it's just $2 extra for the handling. So normally shipping's either $7 or $8. So then we reduce it down to 2. So there's one using that mask. And then here's Hello Sunshine. And then here's the Relax and Enjoy. Little pocket card. Oh man, got a tight squeeze there. And then that one with the Lifesavers. Very cool. So that was her technique class for August called Water and Dotted Mask. Again, you want to contact Gina for any of her classes. And again, if you want to, that's why I put this as a section here. That if you want to put that in there, I can send an email to her with you on copy. So this next one is the Poolside Stamping Retreat. She's got some kits available. It's 6 cards, a mini album, tags, home decor, plus a few surprises. And it was $125 with shipping. And so you've got some little tags here that you'll make. Cutie patootie little tags. And then you'll make some cards. Oh, it's one of those guys where that bends forward like that. Okay. And then a little mouse. And then she used the poinsettia. She's got the little house. She's got frosted pine cones and making spirits bright. And then she's got in here a mini album that she made with everybody. So that opens like that. And then you would put your pictures. Oh, there's brown paper bags in here. So you would put your pictures or do any of your journaling with some flip-flaps. So it's like a brown paper bag. That's kind of neat. And then there's even here, that's like the flaps of the brown paper bag. So all that die cutting is done for you. So that's a cute little mini album. And then there was a home decor part of her project here. It says Joy. And so you would have all that die cutting done. So again, that's Gina's, it was her poolside retreat. Stampin' retreat, and it was the home decor, cards, tags. It was a whole lot of mixture of stuff. And if you want to do that, you would want to reach directly out to Gina to get registered for that. And going back to my registration form though, what happens is if you want, Susan says that she does the die cutting, yes. And Julie said, I ordered the Advent class, but they were sold out of the kits. Oh no. So you got that class from us, but you never got the kit. You never got the Advent kit. Well, that's too bad. I wonder if there's somebody out in the community that ordered the Advent calendar from last year, but didn't use it and doesn't want it, that'd be willing to sell it to you so that you could finish making your cards. So you are going to say here you want class with Gina, Julie, Shelly, Bonnie, right? They're together, and then the other was Susan, right? So you could list who you want, right? And you can put I contacted them, or I need their phone numbers, whatever it might be. Then I always have here on the end, Stamping on the Seas with Cards by Christine. If you've already registered, great. If you haven't registered and you want to go, like put yes. If you're still a maybe, right? Or maybe you're a no. So get that figured out. And I think that we're up to about 50 or 55 people who have registered. My goal is 60. So I do know that we have a few people that are still wanting to get registered yet. So if you're looking for a roommate, I've got 2 people that I'm trying to pair up together, and then we might have one more that needs a roommate. So if you're still on the fence because you don't have a roommate, please reach out to me so that we can figure that out and put that in there maybe. Put put maybe, and then maybe follow up with an email for me saying that you're looking for a roommate. So, okay. So then what you're going to do is hit next. And then I wondered if I missed this. The shipping is wrong. You guys, oh me. Of course I would do this. So I'll fix all this. Like as soon as I get off the live, I'm going to fix it. So radio buttons, Alaska. So shipping is not going to be on the 7th, okay? So for anybody that hasn't filled out your form yet, just wait. Give me 15 minutes after I end the live to get this fixed. It is not. So option 1 is correct. Do you want in-person or porch pickup? Fine. Option 2 is not correct. There are going to be 2 options for shipping. August 7th is not going to happen. We're way past that. But if you go to September, I have 2 shipping dates. One is going to be if you get the Escape, yours is going to ship on, your package will ship on the 21st, right? The Escape ends on the 20th. We get all the boxes ready, and we're planning shipping here. It might roll over to the 22nd, but between the 21st and the 22nd, that's going to be for everybody who's getting Escape. Your classes will ship with your Escape. If you're not getting the Escape, then we're setting to ship your stuff on the 11th. So anybody who has classes with no Escape, we want to move that stuff out of here so that it's not getting messed up. Like this place gets cleaned up. It's like your house. When you have a party, you clean up and things get put wherever they go. So we're going to ship anything we can on the 11th. Now, if you tell me there's like 2 people that are going to say, I want partial shipment on the 11th and my Escape by itself on the 21st, that will be an option 2. But I would have to say out of all the people that get the Escape, almost everybody but 2 has everything just shipped together in one box. But I will make it an option number. So option number 2 will be shipping without the Escape on the 11th. And then option 3 will be shipping everything with the Escape on the 21st. So I don't have any Escapes that are going to be shipping early. All the Escapes get held because people participate in raffles. We've got a swap. We've got stuff. And so we miss putting things in the kits. And this is our opportunity to make sure everything gets perfect before it gets shipped out to you. So just know that'll get fixed. So you guys, you're my little laundry list of notes. And so I might even take the opportunity to add the advent calendar into the registration form for people who want to pre-register for it. So, so just give me about 15 minutes here and then I will work on getting it done. So I'm going to put that one, hit next. Now, and then it talks about payment. So there's the different options of payments and then tell me how you're going to send me money. Like Zelle is amazing. You can send, but there's all different options. So you can pick what you want. And then where can you find me? There's information here and then hit next. And then how can you contact me? And then make sure you scroll down to click submit under the picture of me in the yellow shirt. And then when you hit submit, that is when you should get an email saying that you've done your registration. Okay. So that is the whole registration. I think that I did it through my Crispy one. So that should come up with an email here soon saying that I've done the registration. I'm pretty certain I did that one. So if you don't get an email, just wait. Sometimes it takes a few hours. I've noticed that when I did it last time, it didn't show up till a little bit later. Okay. So that was a lot. I told you that it was going to be a little bit a lot. Okay. Clean out everything and ship out before next month. Start all over, right? It's like, it's design, prep, kit, repeat. Design, well, class is in there too. I mean, there's more steps, but that's what it comes down to. So we went through a lot. And I know that especially if you're new to me, you might be having your head spinning and you might feel like, wow, what do I even do first? And if you're like me, if you're overwhelmed, sometimes you don't do anything and you don't put that order in, or you don't, like, I've been shopping for some different organic kind of skincare stuff, but I don't know what to get, right? Because I know I want a deodorant and I know I want to get some shampoos that don't have all the crap in them, right? Because I've been trying to get on this wellness kick that I don't want crap in my body. So there's so much stuff and I'm like, well, I don't know what to get. So I have this cart that's been sitting there for forever because I haven't just pulled the trigger and paid for it. And I would have it here already a week ago if I would have just bought some of the things. it's because I'm overwhelmed, right? So I can completely relate to that. But if you're so overwhelmed that you're not sure what to get first, call me. I would love to chat with you. I would love to talk to you, and I'd be like, okay, well, what kind of class are you looking for, and what are you thinking? And we could talk through it. And then if you don't even want to fill out the form, I can help you with that on the back end, right? So I'm here to help you, and I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. But there are a lot of people that have been with me for years that have been doing the classes, and they've seen this and they know exactly what they want. And you saw Feline, she's like, I'm already done with the form. Even though I don't have it proper, she's done with the form. So Feline, you might just do the form again. And I might say that it's okay if you guys filled out the form, like Faye and Feline and whoever else might have done it. If you give me 15 or 20 minutes and you want to redo the form, I will delete your first one, and then you could fill out the proper second one. So just shoot me a message that says, hey, I filled out the second one, delete the first one. I wouldn't mind doing that, right? So hopefully it takes you like just a few minutes to get through it, especially if you know now what you want. You could just go through and click all the buttons and not necessarily have to like, oh, do I want this or do I not want this? Like go through that. So, but I totally get the overwhelming thing. So I don't want anybody to feel overwhelmed. It's paper, it's ink, it's stamps. It's about creativity. It's about fun. It's about getting things into your hands so that you can make pretty things that you can share with your friends and family, right? It's not about feeling overwhelmed so much that it's a burden, okay? It shouldn't be stressful. So again, just relax, take a deep breath, and be like, okay, well, what do I want to do? Just get through the registration form, and just know if you get through that and you change your mind on something, we're stampers, we change our minds all the time. And if you change your mind on something, you just got to reach out to me. Just don't fill out the form again. But if you change your mind and like, I don't want this or I want this or whatever, just call me. And what I'll do is I'll go on the back end and I'll edit your whatever you wrote, I'll rewrite it to put it what you want it to be. So. All right. I never worry about when the box ships. That I appreciate that, Feline. Yes, that's perfect. So, okay. I do have some past classes that are available, and I'm not going to share them right now. I'll share the one in case anybody wants this one. I have it right here. I would love to see this guy go. There's a 2 left. So it was making the original paper pumpkins, and you would make 10 other cards. And it was featuring last month's, it was July's paper pumpkin. It was Hooray for Birthdays. And so Kelly just did this class. And so she's got one little lonely soldier left here. And it'll make 10 of her. So basically, she did this designing a lot by herself. I just gave her input and told her what, like change this, or I would change this, or edit this. And so this is what we kind of came up together. But I would have to say 95% of this was hers. And so it would be the paper pumpkins that are the paper pumpkins. I don't even know what's going on here. I think I got doubles going on. So this is this one. This is this one. This is that one. This is that one. And this is that one. So these were the 5 designs. And you would make 10 of them, right? So you'd come away with these 10 cards. Plus you'd make the 3 that paper pumpkin designed as they designed them, which are probably in this box here. So the 3 original paper pumpkin designs. So you'd end up with 13 cards. So I'll share that one because I haven't put that anywhere. And if you're interested in this one, we could always add it into your September package. And that would make this class be gone, which would be amazing. So then for those people that love to know what other past classes are available, just know that you can go at this moment. I don't know if I'll do a past class showcase or not, but if you go to the resources tab here and you put resources and you scroll down a little bit, there's a past classes section. And if you want to see anything, you just click on it and it'll take you into the class and it'll show you the close-ups of the cards. And so that's where you can reach out to me and say, hey, do you have any of these available? I have 1 left of the Paradise Garden Create and Play. I have a few of the Velvet Meadow. Velvet Meadow link isn't working. So Velvet link, I'll have to fix that. But if you go to the date on my calendar, you'll be able to see it. But here, like if you're looking for that one, it has the close-up. So if you're looking for past classes, you can come here now to see what is available for past classes. But there's not a lot compared to how many classes that we have. So, all right. How much is the paper pumpkin? So the kit is $20 plus shipping. Okay. So this class packet was $20. And then you would need to have, though, your pumpkin. You need to have your July paper pumpkin or the refill. Okay. So I believe the refills are still available. I think they were at one point, but you do need to have the July pumpkin or the July refill available. So, and it was $20 plus shipping. So shipping for that is $8. And otherwise, if you get it added to an escape box or add it to something else, it's $2. So Margine, I will take the last paper pumpkin. Oh, very good. Okay, so Margine, I will put your name on here. As long as you have the paper pumpkin, you just need to make sure you have the paper pumpkin. So, and you can add this. Thank you, Margine. So you can take this and put that on your past classes list. So that will make sure that you get that one. I'll set this off to the side for you, but we'll make sure that we include it in your total. So perfect. So I saw your comment coming through here. So, yay. Okay, very good. All right, well, you guys, I have my commitment at 5 o'clock, and I'm going to be tardy for it because that's just the story of my life. I'm going to go fix the shipping stuff, and I'm going to go fix the card benefit thing, and I'm going to I'll try to add the advent calendar thing, and I got to add the TCC questions in there. So you guys give me 15 minutes, and then you're going to be safe to go in and do your registration. So I think that I'm going to call that good. That is a lot. It was a lot for me. Well, we've been live for almost 2 hours just showing you stuff. But I think I got through everything. If I missed anything, I'll be sure to talk about it soon. I know that we'll be live again on Monday for mystery card, and that'll be awesome. So I'll show you, or I'll go over anything that I missed then. So, all right. Thanks for staying with me this whole time or catching me on the replay. I really enjoy showing you everything. We've been massively designing lots of stuff over the last 2 or 3 weeks, like an insane amount of stuff. So it's great. You guys give us a reason to design, and we are so happy that you enjoy our designs and that you take classes with us. It keeps us going. So, all right, you guys, have a great evening. Have a great rest of your weekend. I mean, it's not started yet, but it's like Thursday night, so it's starting into the weekend. And we'll catch you later. Lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs to everybody. Love ya. Bye.